This video is about quilting your journal cover. Place the large piece of lining fabric face down on the table. Then place your wadding on top of it. Smooth everything flat with your hands. Then place the smaller piece of lining face up on top. And again smooth flat with your hands. Then place your blocks that have been all sewn together on top. Place safety pins down each side of the centre seam. This is the first seam that you will be quilting. Make sure all the layers stay smooth and flat. The centre seam is where you will be fancy stitching. You will need to use a walking foot for the quilting. To attach the walking foot, unscrew the foot attachment and take it off the machine. Then screw the walking foot into place with a screwdriver. Make sure the leg of the walking foot is in place. Then choose a fancy stitch, not one that is too bunched up. Then sew over the centre seam. You will need to put your fingers close and hold the fabric apart, and sometimes you will need to push the fabric through if the machine is struggling with the thickness. Then remove all the safety pins and smooth everything flat with your hands. Also, flip it over and smooth the back as well. Fancy stitch over all the seams, always starting in the centre and working outwards. Safety pin down both sides of the seam, same as before. Fancy stitch over each seam, always starting in the centre. This stops it from bunching up. You will need to smooth the back and the front flat with your hands after each seam. Don't forget to always start in the centre and work outwards. Cut off all the loose threads. Then your teacher will trim your book cover. Your teacher will also trim the inside pockets, so make sure these are ironed and ready to go. Then you will need to pin the inside pockets in place, around the three edges. Then sew the inside pockets to the cover, about 1/4 inch or less from the edge. When you get to the corners, put your needle down and pivot. Once these are attached, you will be ready to move on to the final step.